Learning outcomes. After studying this module, you should be able to understand the origin of Zen Buddhism, know about the personal history of Buddha, learn about the contributions of Buddha, analyze the basic teachings underlying his theory. Introduction. Many movements of Eastern thought raise questions about the ultimate meaning and purpose of human life. It aims at transformation in consciousness, feelings, emotions, and one's relation to other people and to world. Buddhism and Zen are not concerned. God, prayer, the soul, or any other trappings of religion. Instead, they constitute a practical psychology of daily living to minimize stress and anxiety. Teitaro Suzuki, 1870 1966, is often credited with single handedly introducing Zen Buddhism to the West. Zen is a school of Buddhism that claims to represent the purest essence of Buddhist teachings. Zen Buddhism coincides in acknowledgement of self knowledge as the differentiation streak of accurate existence of an individual. Dissimilar to Western thought, Zen is not apprehensive by way of information of God or accurate understanding related to the world which is outside. Whatever conquers the most important domain in pursuit of information in Zen Buddhism is none other than oneself. To be familiar with ourselves is to recognize one's own Buddha nature, that is accessible in the interior of oneself. However, it could not be deceptive as it is concealed above by mist of greed, anger, delusions. On the way to rehearse meditation is to eliminate these coatings of mist which disguise one's accurate existence. The origins of Zen trace back to the story of Siddhartha Gautama, born about 563 BC in northern India, the son of a king. Upon his birth, the story goes, a local sage prophesies that the child would either become a great sage or a conquering monarch. His father, preferring the latter, decided to accustom the child to a life of luxury and comfort as befitted a future king. Siddhartha grew up a virtual prisoner in the palace his father built for him, married a princess from a neighboring kingdom, and had a son. Wanting to know the kingdom he was to rule, one day he finally got his father's permission to leave the palace and see the country, but he was greatly disturbed by seeing an old man, a severely ill person, and a funeral procession. These were his first encounters with aging, sickness, and death. As information regarding such aspects of human life were withheld from him, he was so moved by impairments and suffering that he vowed to forsake his kingdom and dedicate his life to finding a solution to the problem of suffering. He left his home in the middle of the night, leaving behind his family and all his luxury and wealth. He was 29 years old then. For 6 years, Siddhartha kept wandering in search of truth. under various yoga teachers in northern India. He practiced meditation for a long time but was dissatisfied as he realized that regardless of the nature of mental trance he experienced, it provided only a temporary escape, not a permanent cure for human suffering. He tried all methods and studied under all available teachers, even engaging in intense practices and self mortification designed to liberate the mind from demands of the body, but to no avail. Finally, he sat down for meditation under a big peepal tree, which far along originated to be recognized as the Bodhi tree, the tree of enlightenment. He determined not to rise again until he found the answer to the problem of suffering. After 7 days of intense meditation, he reached a profound flash of awakening that cleared the nature of reality to him, and also he found the solution to the problem that had tormented him for so long. From that moment, he became to be known as the Buddha, the Enlightened One. He was then 35 years old. He spent the rest of his life traveling, teaching, and sharing the truth of life with others. Radiant, peaceful, compassionate, and charismatic, he continued his work until he left the world at the age of 80 in 483 BCE. Zen in India. The past eras of Zen originates in India. In Buddha's lifespan, yoga as a practice in the absorption of the spirit was prevalent. Yoga, by its nature, ponder the spirit on one point. The realization of tranquility completed with meditation. Categorically, the yoga techniques of the period were confined at this time to constraints on what was to be eaten, fast, and certain pledges, such as the pledge to keep on standing on one leg for a persistent period of time. Over and done with such admittance as well as a complete collection of trainings, the yogi accomplished himself in irrelevant to outward stimuli in addition to in the control of the smallest amount of undertaking of his own spirit. This type of yoga was practiced for 12 years by Buddha from the instant that he embarked on to surrender an ordinary life. He went to see saints as well as converse with judicious people, roaming to all the places of the country. Nevertheless, in the culmination, Buddha was unable to find in the least solution to important queries which were defining a man. In what way must man live? Buddha abandoned asceticism, assembled down silently, crossed his legs, and observed his breathing. For the duration of the dawn of 8 days of Zazen, he accomplished a higher level of consciousness as he witnessed the light of a star. Buddha revealed his exact being in the cosmos as well as a law for the way of life of a man. Life of Buddha, his aesthetic life and enlightenment. During Siddhartha's 12 years, the monarch sent from his judicious Brahmans in assembly. They discovered that Siddhartha will dedicate himself in case he sees bad health, bereavement, or age, as well as if he stayed to come across an enmity. Hearing this, the royal enclosed the fortress with a threefold inclusion as well as protector. In addition to it, announced that the usage of the term demise as well as sorrow were prohibited in his kingdom. The outmost stunning royalty in the territory Yashodhara was located for his wife. Then, after Siddhartha demonstrated himself in lot of contests which exhibited strong point as well as ability when he was 16, the two were wed. Siddhartha led his privileged life behind the palace walls for some time, till that time when his heavenly inclination shuddered him, because of which he made up his mind to travel to the nearby town. Immediately, the king asked his men to remove any ugly or sad sight and to decorate the streets. Nevertheless, these safety measures all resulted in futile effort, whereas Siddhartha was roaming from one end to other on the roads. An old crinkly man came in front of him. In bewilderment, the new leader came to know that infirmity is the destiny of persons, those who live life complete. Afterwards, he came across an incorrigible, worthless, as well as then a memorial demonstration. At a final point, positioned in his track, a sage who articulated to the royal that he had forego all the worldly activities so that he could move away from sorrow as well as pleasure to accomplish reconciliation with oneself. This whole thing stimulated in Siddhartha the impression of disheartening his current existence, in addition taking up severity. He released his sentiment to his predecessors, then alleged, the whole in the realm is moving, in addition is temporary. Release me and grant me to go solely comparable to the sacred mendicant. Hearing this, the royal monarch was devastated at the awareness of losing his only son. Thus increased the protector everywhere in the palace, as well as enlarged the inclinations as well as disruptions in sight. During this time, his wife gave birth to his son, whose name he kept Rahula, denoting chain or tie. That designated Gautama's feeling of discontent by way of his life in indulgence, whereas the delivery of his son induced in him considerable sensitivity. His obvious feelings of disappointment turned to disheartenment as soon as he envisaged core possessions as of out of his window of his fortress, separately all of which signified diverse forms of distress of an individual, a decaying old man, an ailing man, in addition a dead body. However, all of this even may have perhaps did not halt the disturbing feelings he was facing inside him, or shut his perspectiveness to the apprehensions of the insubstantiality of the whole thing, as well as of the big headedness, in addition to uncertainty of all the substances of yearning. He made up his mind, and one night woke up and riding his horse and galloped off, attended by Chandaka. Once he reached the gates of the city, immediately he gave his horse to his companion Chandaka. After doing so, he took his hair and cut them. His luxuries, he took off his fine clothes as well as came into a holy man. There, the Brahmans established him as a follower. Siddhartha had at the moment as well as whipped out. He converted into the holy man Gautama, or as he is still now known as Sakya Muni, the ascetic of the Sakyas. Gautama's profound teacher had taught him in what way to attain profound state of reflection, that is, samadhi. He travelled and fasted. Nevertheless, this did not result in attaining accurate information or harmony. In addition, the training of profound meditation was unrestrained in approval of a life of extreme asceticism which he mutually had with 5 acquaintances. However, once more, subsequently, following few years of undergoing strict salvage, he still had a feeling that he was unable to accomplish proper understanding, because of which he precluded such performs as hazardous as well as inadequate. Siddhartha was unable to attain as well as accomplish contentment, which he pursued after till the time when one day a girl presented him a dish of rice. By way he acknowledged it. He unexpectedly understood that bodily sternness was not the way through which one could accomplish innermost emancipation, as well as that living under severe somatic restraints was not helping him accomplish divine proclamation. As a result, he just merely ate rice, sipped water, as well as cleansed in the watercourse. The 5 aesthetic definite which Siddhartha ought to give up the aesthetic life as well as would at this instant follow the behaviors of the surface. Then they immediately left him. After then on, nonetheless, Siddhartha stimulated persons to follow a trail of equal as an alternative of one considered by intimate persons. He named this track the middle path. The emergence of Buddha. Determined to carry on his mission, Siddhartha decided to go to the deer park at Ispathana, situated close to now what is known as Benares. At this junction, he assembled underneath a tree, reflecting on bereavement as well as reawakening, determining that too much abstinence put an end to ascet his that as he had excelled earthly life, consequently he ought to later on rise above asceticism. He kept sitting under the holy tree of where he was unaccompanied as well as frail, as well as execrated, to pass away afore ascending devoid of the insight he was searching for. At the same time, the viz. Marga got scared of the power of Gautama, and to distract him, he sent his 3 beautiful daughters. When his attempt failed, this time he guided a mass of fiends to do away with him. In conclusion, Mara confronted Gautama with a dreadful ornament, adapt of splitting a mount. However, all this went in vain, as the static holy man kept doing his rumination. At this junction, Siddhartha accomplished an understanding of the means effect actually are, in addition, in line for this attainment of awareness. He was designated with the designation of the Buddha, which refers to the one who is aware. This arising was accomplished for the duration of a night of meditation, which granted over and done with a number of phases, as the radiance the Gautama had pursued gradually surged up in his soul. He identified the precise situation of the whole thing as well as the reasons of their renaissance. He observed that individuals aware, disease as well as move in meditation on the distress of the individual. He was tolerant, approximately mutually its origin in addition to the means of putting an end to it. To begin with this period, he observed that for any of his former beings as well as then assumed the sequence of bases and consequences. In the next phase, he measured the bewilderment as well as reawakening of completely every existing being, as well as comprehend the rule that directs the cycle of genetic as well as passing away. Consequently, he further acknowledged the Four Noble Truths: the universality of anguish, the reason of distress over and done with, the egocentric aspiration, the explanation to anguish, as well as the means to astounded misery. Consequently, it is called as the Noble Eightfold Path. This includes the presence of 8 phases containing of knowledge, precise opinions, right purpose, conscience, right discourse, accurate act, precise living, conceptual restraints, right determination, correct mindfulness, right attentiveness, which in the long run results in the freedom from the basis of grief, which we would be deliberating in further modules. Once the time approached, Gautama had achieved impeccable radiance, as a result turned into a Buddha. The gleams stemming commencing his frame stand out to be the limits of cosmos. He continued to do rumination for at least a week more. In addition, he persisted for another 4 extra weeks. Subsequently, he remained by dint of the tree. Over and done with his sequence of clarification, he learned that entirely responsive organisms in the widespread domain possess Buddha grasp as well as all are eminent probable Buddhas. Since that spell, he ensured to take up one or the other alternative trails. He could enter bliss instantly, or else he could stay as well as extend inside. Afterwards, Brahma approached in being to request him to deliver and address the law. Buddha yielded as well as remained on the world. During the course for a number of years, he tortured as well as imparted his understanding about the power of affection, as well as the devastating of all yearnings. At the outset, indeterminate to part his vision on the faith that humankind might not be able to set for such an instruction in due course, Buddha decided to converse his innovation to those eager to pay attention. His first renovates were the 5 holy persons with whom he had lived when he himself trailed the lifestyle of the ascetic. To these he discoursed his first address in the Deer Park at Benares, delineating to them the Four Noble Truths obtainable from the slight group to communal of monks raised to approximately 60 in proportions, as well as approach to take account of Buddha's partner Ananda, as well as his son Rahula. Well along, the Buddha was convinced by his stepmother as well as cousin to agree to take also women into the Sangha. Some of the essentials of the lessons accredited to Gautama Buddha are the Four Noble Truths. Sorrow is an entrenched measure of being, that the source of misery is longing for sensuality, gaining of individuality, as well as an obliteration that anguish can be finished. Besides that, practicing this path would help in the realization of this, the Noble Eightfold Path. He has supposed that these ways of existence were essential and were known as correct opinion, right purpose, factual discourse, right act, exact means of support, accurate determination, precise mindfulness, as well as right attentiveness. Dependent origination. The mind generates anguish as a natural produce of a multifaceted procedure. Rejection of the infallibility of accepted scripture. Lessons should not be recognized unless they are tolerated out by our experience as well as are acclaimed by the judicious. Anika, Sanskrit Anitya, that all things that comes to be have an end. Ananta, Sanskrit Anatma, that non-entity in the domain of experience can actually be said to be I or mine. Dukha, Sanskrit Dukha, that nothing which comes to be is in due course sustaining. Nibbana, Sanskrit Nirvana. It is conceivable for sentiments beings to understand a aspect of alertness which is totally unconstructed as well as non-violent. In addition, end all sorrows owing to the mind's interface with the trained world. Assassination attempts and his passing away. During his life, the Buddha had taught that no one was to succeed him as leader of the Sangha. Instead, his followers were to take his teaching and rule as their sole guides. Before the Buddha's death, he became severely sick. He journeyed northwest to the banks of the river Hiranyavati, walking with his disciples, and ate the food offered by a blacksmith. His illness had progressed, and at the end, he came to the river and took a bath. Then he made a rope bed among 8 sal trees, with each direction having two. He lay down on his side, right hand supporting his head, the other resting on his body. All later reclining Buddhas, called Buddha's Nirvana, are in the same postures. The Buddha's disciples kept watch on him after they were told the Buddha was going to Nirvana. At night, a scholar of Brahman went to see the Buddha, but was stopped by Buddha's disciple Ananda. Hearing this, the Buddha called the scholar Subhada to his bed and spoke to him. Thus, the scholar became the Buddha's last disciple. The final exhortation of the Buddha to his disciples was that they should not be sorry for losing their tutor. Growing weaker, he spoke one last time. Do not say we have no master now. The doctrine I have preached will be your master when I have disappeared. Listen, I beg you all. All creations are impairment. Work diligently for your liberation. Having pronounced these final words, Buddha went into the jhana stage or meditative absorptions. Going from level to level, one after the other, ever deeper and deeper, he reached ecstasy. Then he came out of the meditative absorption for the last time and passed into nirvana, leaving nothing whatever behind that can cause rebirth again in this or any other world, and finally passed into nirvana. After his death, Buddha's remains were cremated, as became the Buddhist tradition. The passing away or the final nirvana of the Buddha occurred in 483 BC on a full moon day in the month of May, known in the Indian calendar as a Vesak. Summary: Suzuki 1870-1966 is often credited with single-handedly introducing Zen Buddhism to the West. Zen is a school of Buddhism that claimed to represent the purest essence of Buddhist teachings. In Buddha's lifespan, yoga as a practice in the absorption of the spirit was prevalent. It has been observed that Gautama Buddha lived between 563 and 483 BC in the part recognized as the present as the Indo-Nepalese region. During Siddhartha's 12th year, the king called the wise Brahmans in council. They discovered that Siddhartha would dedicate himself to asceticism if he cast his eyes on age, sickness, or death, and if he were to meet a hermit. Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, renounced everything and left home in search of a solution to the problem of human suffering. After 6 years, he attained enlightenment. Hinanya or small vehicle, today's Trivada school, and Mahayana or great vehicle Buddhism grew out of his teaching, Zen Buddhism. For the rest of his 45 years of life, the Buddha is believed to have traveled in a lot of places near Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and southern Nepal, teaching and receiving a varied range of people. Some of the fundamentals of the teaching attributed to Gautam Buddha are the Four Noble Truths, rejection of the infallibility of accepted scripture, the Noble Eightfold Path, etc.